What's the ruling down the branch on this, anyhow?
There is no ruling down at branch. It's not a branch matter.
Branch? Oh, haven't you twigged yet? Branch is not but a boozing section.
Why, heck, I wish it was.
Surely could fetch it up, get the overall picture across.
What's overall's got to do with it? I thought it was Christmas shopping time you were after.
Now, don't be thick, you know what I'm on about. If we can tell Baldwin we've got backing down the branch, then...
The union won't fight this. You just might as well ask for bingo time off.
Ain't a bad idea, that.
It's George with you, look.
Oh, he don't drink with us these days.
No, he favours packing.
I reckon he fancies Doris Ramsden.
Oh. Doris! She's like 53, folks.
Hey, if it's wet and windy, there's no better sight than a 53.
Look, if you see George, tell him we're out buttons, will you? I want him down at that warehouse, #1 priority.
The buttons, will that be for paying us bonus, lad?
What pays your bonuses is me keeping that production line bombing along, for which buttons are vital. So if you see George, tell him his romantic interlude with Doris can wait. He's done enough of that in the sewing room.
Do you know all these alterations they can't all be mine, you know.
I'm fed up with
Oh, he's not right.
Has George been in? We looked him packing. I've just come back from packing.
He's chasing those buttons up, and heaven help us if he comes back without them.
Yeah, we must be daft. We sweating blue lights to make his fortune.
Oh, I don't know, Shirley. I think at the end of the day, we'll get our reward.
Reward? Oh, we'll get his Christmas Day and outing.
Oh, shut up, moaning.
Look, you know the answer to that, don't you? Waylay George, your buttons are your life, chuck him in cut, and we're well fixed for a shopping time.
They'd have them frog teams out, wouldn't they? Nothing must stop production. How I'm going to get presents for all my lot.
Morning, Minnie, change the flaming record.
Back on traps then, you and George.
Yeah, I think we might be, love.
Had a good chin, lad, straighten everything out.
What are we getting there?
Hey, you'll be doing his washing for him again, won't you?
Well, I think I'll quiet Vera. He'd rather do his own, in a manner of speaking.
Why has he said?
No, he don't say things like that, don't George? He waits for Penny to drop. Well, it has dropped, love, and the first chance I get, I'm going to tell him.
Listen, I can't see it letting up this side of Christmas. Us lot in sewing room, you know, we've never had him in it.
Aye, it's the same in packing. We've never stopped since Monday. And do you know, just now he spots me, the crafty cockney. Hey, Pauline Walsh, he says, where are you sloping off? I says, I'm going for afternoon cakes. Well, look sharp, he says. Oh, sorry, I left an order.
Anyway, listen, I'll see you, kid. I've just come out for grabs. You know, I've run out of olives for his afternoon cocktails.
Here, Petal, now we managed it all, bar the donuts.
Oh, crimes. Them's for George. He'll go for his trolley. He's got this thing just lately about donuts. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, well, you better tell him to ease off, or he might get to look like one.
I will. Try.
Buttons?
Same to you with knobs on.
Thank goodness for that. We thought you'd been ambushed.
I saw this sign, queue here for buttons. I nearly ended up in a panto.
Hey, George, have you got a minute?
I've a lot to do down in packing.
Well, it's just something Gail mentioned. Her and our Brian, you know, they're planning a meal next week. It's the 6th wedding anniversary. And they wondered if we'd like to make it a foursome.
Well, I'm honoured, yes, but would it work? Not with the way Brian feels.
Oh, I don't think our Brian's got out against you, George. It's me, and the way I see things, that gets his rag out.
It won't wash, Ivy. He's not a good Catholic like you. He still has me down as a fraud and a liar.
George, our Brian knows that I pressured you into it. I can see now myself that I did. It's just, well, wanting to be wed with that natural to me, I thought it was the same to you.
Thought? Of course I wanted the same. Of course I wanted marriage. What else would I want?
Hey, what is this, nattering time? They can't move in packing, son. Now, come on, let's get the show on the road.
Mr. Baldwin, if you had 14 kids calling you auntie and Christmas Eve fell on a Tuesday, how would you manage your shopping?
If I had 14 kids calling me auntie, I think I was due a haircut.
Hey, what's that today?
It's Gertie the Red-Headed, shop steward's that.
What you're saying now, are you?
Yeah, well, she's going soft in her old age as either, aren't you? She thinks the Queen's runs through an itud, you know, to go with the bed socks.
Do you know I'm getting right browned off with you pair? I've told you we've no case.
You're not telling me if we got a ruling off the branch?
The only ruling you'll get off the branch is out of order and next business.
If you ask me, it's a right stitch up, that man. I bet you sit there dibbing your subs up.
Look, there's a meeting tonight. If you want to come along and say your piece, get your share of the loot, be my guest.
You're on. How about you, eh, for the two rabble-rouser?
Me, go to a branch meeting. I'd rather watch paint dry. Hey, you know, when I nipped out at corner shop, I bumped into that Pauline Walsh. Is it right, what I hear her? Has she left her husband or what?
No, he's left her. Swore she's off men forever.
You should copy me. Stick to a teddy bear. Hey, where's them goodies?
Hey? Oh, I put them aside at the clock, you know, when I saw Martin Mouse beating his chest line. Well, to be honest, kid, I can't see George falling for this friendship routine.
Well, I've twigged that, haven't I?
I mean, I mentioned it to him the other day, knocked it right on the head.
Well, I wish you'd have told me.
Well, it's been on tip of my tongue to tell you, but, well, you know.
Vera, I'll tell you something. If I could kid other folk the way I kid myself, I'd be where Maggie Thatcher is.
How's this story straight then, has he? It's marriage, you know.
Well, let's say he's made it perfectly clear that friendship won't be enough.
Well, can you blame him, kid? And would you have really settled for that?
No. Once you've had that closeness, that companionship, you know.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, when we moved here, me and our Jack, didn't half miss our old milkman.
Listen, all joking apart, Vera. When you click that late in life, you know, it can be very close. I'm finding it ever so difficult because I do miss him. It's just that sometimes I think, well, there's church on one side, you know, and what it teaches us, how it forms us. And then, well, there's his feelings, isn't there? And we can't escape them, can we?
Kid, look, any twerp can see that you don't want to lose George. OK, you can't have a blessing, but, well, if you can find a way to be more close, you know.
Oh, like living up at Brush.
Look, you see, now if I'd have said that, you'd have accused me of, well, lowering tone. Look, I just think that if you've still got these feelings for him, don't waste any time. You tell him.
All right, so stopping times are dead for. There was no need for him to have moved all them motions to start getting his hair off.
Well, I did warn you, but you would keep giggling, wouldn't you?
For all that motion stuff.
Fish and chips twice, Chuck, please.
Well, blow me.
Now, what's to do?
Just clock that.
Hey, it's George. Isn't that Pauline Walsh with him?
As ever was. Now we know what the attraction down packing is, don't we? And it's not the tea, is it?
More like company, I'd say.
Lovely.
Right, here you are, our kid. Cheese and chutney.
Cheese and chutney, I had that yesterday, didn't I?
Not for you, for him. I'll be back to see to you.
Now, look, V, you have been a real trooper the way you've looked after me since I did this, and you've never complained once. But I reckon I've put you to far too much trouble already.
Are you sure he's feeling all right? Because I reckon that bump on the head was worse than them doctors reckoned, you know.
Oh, he's feeling all right. And the answer's no. You're not going in that, Rovers, and that's an end to it. I'm not having you getting pied again and doing other ankling tar him up.
Have you any idea what it's like being stuck in here all day, not with a four walls to gawp at?
Well, a damn sight better than gawping at the hospital ceiling. Because that's where you'll end up, you know, if you don't go easy on that ankle. Look, stop moaning. Get used to the idea. You're stopping in till I tell you different.
Right, I'll be seeing you. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Hey, before you go,
What is it?
can you do us a little favour? Can you drop that in at the bookies for me?
Look, I thought you said that you were skint.
Well, it's the last couple of quid, innit?
Yeah, and I know where your next couple of quid will be coming from. Muggins here.
Look, is it my fault I fell off the flaming ladder? Is it my fault I can't work?
And I don't suppose it's your fault you didn't stamp your card, is it?
Yeah, well, I was going to, weren't I?
Well, you didn't, did you? So until you get back on your feet, it's me and my mum that's carrying you, and we're not having you chucking away your money on a clapped-out old milk horse.
It isn't a clapped-out old anything. It's a stone-cold cert, I promise.
Oh, till 3 o'clock it is, yeah.
Oh, Terry.
Forget it, I'll see you. See you, man.
Yeah, see you all.
I don't suppose you're going near any bookies, are you?
Bookies? With money that's coming in this house? You are joking.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Yeah, I should think so and all. Do you know it'd be a pity if I screwed that neck round? You were doing so well and all. See ya.
Quiet, you're cutting it fine, aren't you?
Well, I'm not stopping you from going in, am
I
I?
want a word before we go in.
Well, why didn't you come across the house?
Because I thought she might be in.
Oh,
Ivy.
well, she won't, was she? So what about Ivy, anyway?
Morning.
Morning. I said, what about it?
I heard what you said, Vera.
Oh, come on, spit it out. What's it all about?
She's what it's about.
Oh, Pauline Walsh.
You mean George Wardle's bit of stuff for unpacking, don't you?
Are you addled or what?
No, I'm telling you. Me and Shirley copped him last night.
Copped him?
Well, we were coming home from union meeting and we saw him going in a restaurant.
Her and George Wardle?
Well, you wanted to know what attraction we're down at packing, didn't you? Well, now you do. Definite. Come on.
Ivy, come in here a minute.
Yes, Mr.
Well,
Owen.
bring those papers with you, the ones I want you to look at.
All right, Mr. Owen.
What's wrong with that lot out there?
Wrong with them? I just thought how well they were working.
Exactly. They've had their heads down ever since they got in. What's going on?
No, that I know of. I suppose even that lot has to give the tonsils a rest sometimes.
Oh, look, me and my big mouth.
You've got to say something, Vera.
Look, Vera, either she's still carrying a torch for George Wardle or she isn't. If she isn't, well, it won't matter to her, will it? But if she is, well, I reckon the sooner she knows, the better.
Yeah, but that's the problem, isn't it? I know she is. I mean, last thing I want to do is go and make matters worse, isn't it?
But she's got to know sooner or later. And far better it come from one of her mates than some gossip she can pick up from packing. Because they won't tie it up with a pink ribbon, you know.
That's if there is something in it.
Oh, Miss Vera, we've suspected something's been going on for days, haven't we?
And now we're certain. So if you're the mate you reckon you are, you've no choice in the matter, have you?
Let's sort it out.
Just make sure. Don't make her tell her then.
Oh, give us a couple of bottles of lights to take out, love.
Take out, Vera. Something wrong with the company in here, then?
No, it's our Jack. It's obvious I'm going to get no peace till he's had his ration.
How's it going on?
Not so bad, I suppose. Though at the moment, I don't know who's suffering most, me or him. See you. See you, Mr. Baldwin.
Vera?
Hey, yo. It's just the person I wanted to say.
Me?
Yeah, you. What game do you think you're playing at?
I'm sorry, Vera, I'm not with you.
Don't come the innocent with me, George Wardle. I've heard all about you and that Pauline Walsh.
Well, what about her?
Well, you've been going out with her, haven't you? And don't bother denying it, because you've been saying...
Deny it? Why should I deny it? I've been out with her a couple of times.
Couple of times? So last night went first, then?
No, it wasn't. As I was about to say, I don't see what it's got to do with you.
Oh, aye. And I don't suppose you think it's something to do with Ivy, either?
No, I don't.
What, when all Thatcher's gossiping about it behind her back? I'm sorry, George, but I think it's a lot to do with Ivy. For starters, I think she's entitled to an explanation to how she stands. At least.
Hilda,
What?
have you got a minute?
Why, what's up?
Now, up, I was just wondering if you were going near the shopping precinct.
Well, I wasn't planning on doing.
Well, I was thinking if you were passing bookies.
Bookies? You want me to drag all the way over there just to put a bet on?
Oh, all right, forget I asked. But when you're stuck in here 24 hours a day, without gorp up but the flipping wallpaper, the only thing I look forward to is the racing results, innit? And you can see how I'm fixed.
Oh, go on then, give it here. I could do with going to the butcher's any road.
Get a little belter, Hilda, and don't forget to pay the tax on it first.
I do know somewhat about it, you know. I was married to the patron saint of bookies for 40 years.
You know, they're now but trouble from the minute they come into the world.
Oh, what?
Fellas,
We won't get very far without them, though.
We won't be here without him, would we?
looks like he was wrong about Georgie Porgy, don't it? I don't reckon he is going to show.
Well, I'm just waiting till later, eh? When he can be sure he ain't going to get a draft from all these flapping ears.
Yeah, but why should he talk to Ivy? I mean, if he's going out with Pauline Walsh, he's going out with her, isn't he? I would have thought it was obvious where Ivy stood.
Look, he only went out with her a couple of times. It's not as if it were a mad, torrid affair. And I just think, well, where Ivy feels now, if her and George could just get together again and talk things out.
Oh, no, Shirley's right. The best thing you can do is tell Ivy just what's going on. And that is that George Wardle's got himself another woman.
Oh, aye, and what chance would there then of Ivy and George getting back together again?
And what chance do you reckon they've got now?
Eyes up for a
Yes,
blouse.
the trouble. If I could have the paperwork by first thing tomorrow morning, it would be a big help.
Yeah, well, I
Ivy.
said I'll see to it. So don't worry.
Right, thanks, Ivy.
Okay.
Hey, I don't suppose you've seen out with George this afternoon.
George? No, why should I have?
Oh, well, no.
What were?
Well, I just happened to bump into him, you know, this dinner and...
Anne?
Well, I let it drop, you know, that you and him might have things to talk about.
Oh, well, no, I've not seen him yet, love, but you know George, Vera, everything is on sweet time.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, thanks, kid. I do appreciate it.
That lot of help you want. Supposed to be telling her, weren't you?
That you, V?
It's me, innit?
Hey, see if you can get that going for us, will you?
What, that thing? It's not worked since I was in it for that. Anyway, what do you want the radio on for? Can't get pictures on it, you know.
Very funny. Well, for your information, I just fancied to listen to it for a change. When you're stuck in here all day, you know, you need something to stimulate your brain.
Someone's having it on tonight, then.
Oh, go on. See if you can get it going.
Look, I'm not a flipping miracle worker, am I?
You didn't say you had a flipping paper.
You never asked, did you?
Give us a look here.
Oh, that's what you're after, is it? The racing results. You're a devious goat, you.
Me? Devious?
Yes, you. How did you do it?
Do what?
Get that flaming bet on.
Bet? Who mentioned the bet?
Well, what are you so keen on the racing results for, then?
There is no harm in keeping tabs on what I might have backed. What I might have backed if my own flesh and blood had any consideration for the pleasures of a sick man. Now, do you mind? Flaming Nora, fourth out of 5. A one-eyed, three-legged flaming donkey could have done better than that.
Looks like I did you a favour then, done it?
Eh?
Well, I'll save you a couple of quid. If I'd have put that bet on like you wanted me to, you'd have been skinned by now, wouldn't you?
Mr. Palmer, I'm afraid I can't help you. You'll have to speak to Mr. Baldwin.
Well, if you tried in the morning, first thing, say about 10 o'clock. Unless you'd like him to give you a ring. OK, Mr. Palmer, I'll tell him. Bye. Oof. Crikey, Paul, you scared wits out of me.
I'm sorry, Ivy.
Did you want me, love?
Yeah, I did. I've been hoping to have a word with you all day, but I never seem to get the chance. Then when girl said you were working over.
Well, what can I do for you, love?
Well, it's not just for me, Ivy. It's for George and all.
George Wardle?
Yeah, he's getting right upset and all.
Upset, love? What about?
About all this gossip that's going on behind us backs.
I'm sorry, Pauline, I'm not with you, love. What gossip?
About George and me.
You and George?
Yeah, because we're going out together. I mean, I can't think why they should be. I mean, we're both free agents, aren't we? Well, I mean, if I'd have thought for 1 minute that you and him were, well, you know. But the way I saw it, it's all over between you. He's free to go out with whoever he likes, and, well, he sees it the same way and all. But with all this gossip, I just wanted to make sure that whatever folk were saying, that you felt the same way as us and all.
Well, what other way is there to see it, Pauline?
Morning.
Oh, morning.
Oh, I can see Mighty Mouse is on early too. I could have done with a right easy morning this morning.
So maybe good hangover.
Chance would be a fine thing. That's our Jack. I've had a wink of sleep.
Yeah, Jack, you're always telling me it's a bedroom disaster.
Well, he is. I'll tell you what, if these blokes can race Titanic, they're quite welcome to have a go at our Jack. No, it's that plaster on his leg. He keeps throwing it around the bed, and every time I move it, it starts whimpering, striking. Morning, Ivy. Hey, hang on a minute. Are you speaking?
I don't say as I am, Vera. Let's face it, you've not spoke to me.
What are you on about?
You could have said something. And not just her either. Why did you lot let me have to find out the hard way?
Is this George you're on about?
Yes, of course it is. As far as I can see, all you lot knew we were going out with Pauline Walsh for unpacking. Why the hell didn't you say something?
How did you?
Because she came round for a nice cosy chat, didn't she, Vera? Seeing as how it was common knowledge to everybody but me, I felt a right fool. Thanks a lot.
Now, hang on a minute, Ivy. I mean...
Ivy, come in here a minute, will you? I want this worksheet business sorted out right now.
Yes, what? Mr. Baldwin.
I told you, didn't I? I said we should have told her.
It's only me. No need to shift yourself. I just popped in before I go to the Rovers.
Ah, Tarnilda, but I won't be needing to trouble you enough.
No, I just wanted to say, how did them bets go on I put on for you?
Don't ask.
Oh, lost, did they? Well, happen this might be some help to you in the future. It's something my Stan sent off 4 years ago to help him with his racing studies.
Captain Carstairs surefire system. The scientific way to make your betting pay. Great.
Cost him £1, did that. The pound was a lot of money in them days.
You get many winners with it?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't think he ever properly found out how it was supposed to work. Because, you see, there's a lot of maths and science and that in it, isn't there?
Second favourites in overnight betting forecast. Finishing in first 4 and last outing. Carrying 8 stone 7 or less. I'll have to study this, Hilda.
Yeah, well, it's no use to me. And every time I go rooting in the sideboard draw for someone, I keep coming across it. So I thought, well, let somebody have it who'll get some use out of it.
Thanks, love. He seems to know what he's talking about, this Captain Carstairs. Put kettle on. 2 sugars for me.
Oh, no, I've no time. I'm due at the Rovers. Ta-ra.
All right, ta-ra, love. What does this mean, this little dagger? C note 3. If apprentice rider, bet ruled out. Good sense, is that? Yeah, Good sense, is that?
There you go, darling. There's the rest of your dry ginger.
Oh, thanks, Terry. I reckon that's the lot then. Bet I'll see you right at dinner, OK?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I say at dinner, that's if she's back here by then.
It's no sweat, darling. I trust you. And if you want anything else bringing up from the cellar, I'm just down the street, cleaning out the van this morning, all right?
Right, love, thanks.
See ya.
See ya.
Hi, Mrs. Hill.
Oh, morning, Hilda. Fancy a cup of tea?
Oh, I wouldn't say no if there's one made.
No, it's not made. I was just thinking about putting the kettle on.
Oh, no, well, I better start me cleaning first. That Lynch will go mad if she sees me supping tea instead of slaving away.
She won't see you. She's not come back yet. You know, she was going for a night out with Frank last night.
And she's not come home. I bet she stopped with him.
Well, she more or less told me she would be doing.
No shame, you see. Do you know, that hotel he works at sounds to me no better than a common lodging house, for all its cocktail bars and revolving doors.
Well, I wouldn't know, Hilda. But anyway, that's where Bet is.
Yeah, typical. Well, in that case, a cup of tea would be very nice. Right.
Go on, let's have a cup of tea.
Oh, aye.
Why don't you move your chair?
No sugar. Hey, Andy, don't take it out on me, eh?
Well, you might have said something instead of letting me go and make a fool of myself.
How do you mean? Make a fool of yourself?
Oh, come off it. I looked a right tainted, didn't I? It's only the other day you let me stand here witching and wet back whether to invite George for Christmas or not.
We just didn't know how to tell you. That's right. I mean, we knew you'd be dead upset.
Look, you wouldn't have thanked us if we had told you, would you?
No, I suppose not.
Any road, it weren't Vera's fault. It was me and Shirley that sorted George out with her, so it should have been us that told you.
Yeah, we just wanted to do the right thing, that's all.
I know. I suppose I'd have been the same. I don't know. Have a cup of tea, love.
I'll tell you what, there ain't a fella in this whole wide world that's worth getting upset over.
I don't blame George, you know. I blame that Pauline.
Yeah.
You ask me, she's made all the running there. She's been looking for a bloke ever since her old man slung us up.
Yeah, it's her, it's not George.
Well, I don't blame her. I don't blame George either if it comes to that. I mean, if I won't have him, I can't blame him for going looking for somebody that will, can I? I suppose it's all your own fault, really, isn't it?
Say, Pickle, ain't it? Do you know I'm beginning to think these women livers have got it right? Kick a woman up backside and she'll apologise for getting it where you thought. Oh,
After all that.
forget it.
We're open in 5 minutes, you know, Hilda.
Oh, don't you worry, flown me dry by then. The great thing is not to use too much water, you see. Wring your mop out proper. Trade secret is that.
Bet's taking her time coming back, isn't she? I'm just wondering whether I should phone the hotel.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. You might find yourself talking to the manager. And I bet he doesn't know about all these capers his staff get up to. I mean, if she stopped the night there with Milado, he might want to charge her. Well, after all, it is a hotel, isn't it?
Oh, you're too early, love. We're not open yet.
You're open to me, love. George Newton.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Newton. I didn't recognise you.
Morning, Mr. Newton. How you keeping?
Oh, fine, thanks. Mrs.
Ogden.
Ah, yes. Hilda, isn't it?
Yes.
You keeping all right?
Oh, mustn't grumble, you know. Mind you, there's plenty wood, but that's never been my way.
No, no. You're the new lass, aren't you? Beth tells me you're settling in nicely. Where is she, by the way?
Not here.
She, went to the bank, you know, cashing the money and that.
Oh, well, she shouldn't be long. Opening time in a minute.
Oh, yes, we're all ready. Bet made sure everything was shipshape before she went to the bank.
Good.
Didn't she, Hilda?
Well, I'll sample the beer before you open up. Be right with you.
Right. What are we going to do? If she doesn't get back here quick, she'll get the job.
Not much we can do, is there? Hey, where are you going? You're not leaving me here with Mr. Newton. What'll I say to him?
Nothing. I'll be right back. Terry! Terry!
What's up?
Do you know the Portway Hotel in town?
Yeah, I think I know the one.
Will you go there quick as you can and get Bet?
What, you mean now?
Yeah, it's an emergency. You've got to get her.
Yeah, but suppose he doesn't want to come.
Tell her George Newton's here. That'll fetch her. Now, look, you've got to go to the staff entrance. Ask for Frank Mills. She's with him.
Yeah, but look...
Don't stand there arguing, Terry, please. If she doesn't get back here quick, she's going to get fired.
Do you know, it's always quietness that's worst. I always thought that George Wardle were too quiet. Do you know, it's time for bloke you should be able to take to doctors, you know, for an operation. Same as you'd take a tomcat at vet.
Not as good as they used to be, these chaps. You know.
Certainly took Ivy for a mug. Do you know, it had everything he wanted. If you ask me, he knew that Ivy wouldn't marry him once he said that he'd been divorced. That's part of his cunning.
Got too thick. That's what's wrong with them.
There's me here worried sick about Ivy. And you keep mithering on about chips. Do you know you think not at your belly?
No, I don't. Hey, you're not leaving them, are you?
I thought you didn't like them.
No, I just said they used to be better.
Look, you might as well have mine. I want to get down the yard.
Yeah, and I'll go see how poor Ivy is. And listen, do some washing up. I don't want to see no greasy plates on that table when I come in from work.
Oh, Fee, my leg hurts.
Well, it'd be more than your leg that hurts if you haven't done the washing up.
Hey, before you go, can you put us a bet on this afternoon?
What? I've no time to go down to no betting shop. Anyway, I thought you'd no money.
I haven't. But I have got a certainty. There's horse running this afternoon called Rambling Lad. There's no way it can lose.
Well, if you'll back it, it's a cast iron certainty. It'll fall down.
Look, I'm serious. I'm serious, Vera. I've worked it all out. I've got this special system. So if you just lend us a couple of quid...
Get knotted.
I'll pay you back out my winnings, honest. Terry, you'll back your man, won't you?
Sorry, Peter.
Now, come on, you've got some money.
Not for chucking away, I've not. I'll see you.
Yeah. And wash them pots.
Ah, go on, a pair of you. Take advantage of a cripple, you miserable flaming pair.
Look, I can't stop whatever it is you want. I've got to get Kevin's tea on.
It won't take a minute now. I just want a quiet word with you in private.
Oh, yes.
It's about this book of yours, Stan's. It is a masterpiece. There is more good sense about horse racing and betting in these few pages than you'll find in one of your push encyclopedias.
Oh, well, I'm very glad it's of interest to you.
I tested out Captain Carstairs' surefire system this afternoon, Lilda. Searching the runners for an horse that had come in the first four last time out within the last 21 days, carrying less than 8 stone 7.
Look, it's no good telling me. I can't follow this sort of
Yes,
thing.
but I can. Cut a long story short. Captain Carstairs' system turned up Rambling Lad in the 3 o'clock. It was on the telly. I watched it. It romped home 5-1.
Oh, well, I'm very glad you won.
I didn't win, Hilda. As you well know, having just had an industrial accident, I am not working at the present time, and any self-employed lad that doesn't work doesn't get any money. Now, you're Stanley knew about that.
Oh, I Stan knew that all right. He knew that very well.
I sat there watching that horse, Hilda. A tragedy because I could not cash in on the knowledge in your Stanley's book. But there's going to be many more winners in this book. But how can I back 'em if I've got no money?
Well, you'll have to get your Vera to lend it to you. Or your Terry.
You know where they are this minute? In the boozer. With no thought for me, so why should they cash in? I wouldn't soil my lips by asking them. Anyway, they don't deserve a share after what they said about your Stanley.
What do you mean?
I tried to tell them about the system, Hilda. I said, it's Stanley Ogden's, I said. They scoffed. Well, it can't be any good, they said.
Oh, did they?
So why should they share in our winnings?
How do you mean? Our winnings?
Here's the proposition. I work out the selection, you put up the capital.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If the selection doesn't win, then I owe it you. In other words, you cannot lose, but the horses will win. This system that your Stanley, so, God rest him, so shrewdly invested in, cannot fail.
Come on, Curly, get him in. It's your round.
Yeah. No, it's not. I got these.
Just testing. You were miles away then.
Yeah. She's got great legs, hasn't she?
Who?
Susan Barlow.
Curly, why don't you learn from my mistakes? Don't get yourself involved with a girl that close to home.
I'm not involved. I only know her to say hello to.
Yeah, but I know you. You'll be taking her out in no time. Next thing, you'll be in the same position I was in.
Yeah. You're right. Be a mug's game, wouldn't it? Still, all the same. She's got great legs.
Yeah.
Oh, give it a rest, Vera. George isn't a swine. He's just an ordinary fella, and he's a nice fella at that.
You see what it is, don't you? She still fancies him.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is.
So what are you going to do about it, Ivy? You're not just going to sit back and let Pauline Walsh walk off with him, are you?
Look, the kid's right. You've got to compete. Yeah. Set your stall out. I mean, look, what's Pauline Walsh got that you want?
All right, Vera. Let it drop. Let's talk about something else, shall we?
All right. We'll have another drink. Same again, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. 3 lagers, love, when you've a minute. Hey, has our Jack been here this dinner?
Don't think so, love, no.
Oh. Well, if he does come in, ask him for ale, saying I'll settle up later. Don't believe him, because I won't.
Hey, Vera, your poor suffering husband. Surely you don't begrudge him a drink while he's convalescing.
Look, I'm doing him a kindness. If he thinks the only way he's going to get ale is when he's earning, he'll get better a lot quicker. You never know, he might get one of these miracle cures.
Now, you come round tomorrow morning before dinner, and I'll have the investment all sussed out.
Yeah, well, I'll call him when I finish at the Rovers.
You'll never regret it, love.
Well, I hope not, I'm sure.
Have faith in me and Captain Carstairs and we'll make a bomb. Oh, aye. We'd better keep these arrangements to ourselves.
What for?
Well, if we let all in sundry in on this, then it'll send the odds down, won't it? Which won't be fair to Captain Carstairs' system or your Stanley's faith in it. Now, let's face it, Hilda. This is your Stanley's legacy to you. Now, you owe it to his memory to give it a go.
And there's more tomorrow at the same time. And coming up next on Plus, Sad Days Remembered in Emmerdale.